Today we're doing a driving tour of a town that many of our relocation buyers moving to our area from out of state choose to live in. This town is about 10 minutes from Salem. It's a more rural style town and it is called Turner, Oregon. This actually used to be a town where back when I got my real estate license in 2015, I would tell buyers you can probably get a little bit more for your money in Turner, and a lot of first-time buyers that I worked with during that time would look in Turner instead of in Salem because it was just on the outskirts, a little bit more like rural town outside of Salem, like outside of city limits. You could get a little bit more for your money, but now the town has grown so much and it's such a sought after, desirable town to live in. So many people want to live there right now that honestly, the home prices have gone up to where it was like neck and neck with Salem. I would say it's even like a little bit higher average sale price than in Salem right now, which is crazy. There is a variety of different like style housing you can find here. However, I would say the biggest problem with Turner, or as like the biggest reason, I guess, why home prices have gotten so expensive here is just there's not much to choose from. There's such a low amount of inventory. If you're only wanting to be in Turner, we can absolutely find you something, but we might be looking for a little bit longer than usual, if that makes sense, if you're wanting to be picky. Before we get into it, I get calls, texts, and emails from people like you that are watching these YouTube videos and are thinking about relocating to our area all the time, and I love it. If that's you, don't hesitate to reach out. I would absolutely love to work with you as well. I will put my contact information below. Let's get a Zoom call or a phone call on the schedule and talk about the next steps. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to put my camera on the dashboard and I am just going to drive through downtown Turner. So hopefully it feels as though you're sitting with me in my car and we're just going on this driving tour together and you can get a feel for what it would look like if you were actually here. Now, we're only going to drive through the little downtown area. So you're not going to see all of Turner. Many of the addresses that you're going to see, like if you were to see an address on Zillow or our website, because you're looking up houses on our website, if you were to see an address that says Turner, there's a really good chance it's not downtown Turner. Many, or I would say honestly, probably more than not, of the addresses in Turner are going to be more rural, like in the middle of a field, that type of thing. So once you get further into Turner and you go past downtown, you're going to have like lots of fields, farmland, really pretty views, that type of thing. One thing that I love about Turner is that it's only about a 10-minute drive to Salem, and you can very easily get to both Lancaster Drive, Northeast Salem side of town, as well as Commercial Street, South Salem side of town. So either side of town you choose to go to, you can get to either one fairly easily and quickly from Turner. One of the reasons that Turner is so sought after and so many people want to live here is because they have one of the best school districts in Oregon, or one of like the top school districts, the Cascade School District. I actually went there myself. It's where my husband and I met. We both graduated from that high school. It's become a very desirable side of town to live in. It's grown, I guess you could say. There's more businesses popping up. There is a very cute clothing and home decor boutique downtown Turner right now that just came in. There's also a adorable coffee shop. You can go inside or go through the drive-thru. It's called Storm Brewing. If you're ever in the area, go check it out. They have fabulous breakfast sandwiches and really great coffee and really great matcha. And then there's also a couple other small restaurants in Turner, but there's really, besides that, like there's not a lot. Like you're not gonna have grocery stores in Turner. You're not gonna have like a bunch of restaurants and options to choose from. It's definitely a small rural town, so don't get me wrong here. But you're only a quick 10 or so minute drive, maybe a little bit more if you're further out in the country, depending on where you're coming from. But it's a short drive to Salem, so it's not like too big of a deal. The population of Turner, Oregon is just over 2,900 people, probably more by the time you're watching this video. So what type of housing will you find in Turner? If you want a house that's more rural, like out in the country, in the middle of a big field, that style of thing, you see that a lot in Turner. These are generally going to be older houses because they're not like new construction being built out there right now for the most part. Also, there's a very low turnover rate for those houses because it seems that people don't seem to like move from those all of the time. So they do not have a high turnover rate, and you're definitely going to be paying quite a bit for that extra land. But you can definitely find like bigger lot sizes in Turner if you have the budget for that. There also are a few different neighborhoods in Turner, very close to downtown Turner, that have just simple, like if you like neighborhood feel. Maybe we'll drive through some. I'm not sure, exactly what we'll get to in the tour, but neighborhood is in like not a big farm field where the houses are super spread out, just simple 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, modest, everyday houses that are going to be like right next to each other, just like in a neighborhood. So you're going to find that in Turner if you want something that's a little bit more affordable. Also, there is a beautiful neighborhood. It's newer. I believe most of the houses were completed within the last couple of years, called Crawford Crossing. This is a newer development in Turner, and it has brought a lot of new people to Turner, Oregon. They actually built a man-made lake in the middle of, or like right by this community. So it's really cool that a lot of these houses are actually on the lake. A lot of the houses have private docks. Like if they're the ones that are on the lake have their own docks. These are going to be, for the most part, more square footage, a little bit fancier style houses than some of the other neighborhoods in Turner that are like regular, residential style neighborhoods. And the sale prices definitely reflect that. They definitely sell for quite a bit more as well. Turner Lake is the lake that is around this development, Crawford Crossing. And one thing that I love about Turner Lake is there is a portion of it that is for this community only. So you can only have access to this portion of the lake if you're a resident of that Crawford Crossing neighborhood. However, there is a big portion of it that is open to the public all summer long. It is popping. You're going to see people swimming. You can have unmotorized boats or like water vehicles, whatever, as long as there's no motor, you can have them in the lake. You'll see people paddle boarding. It's just a fun place to be in the summer. It's pretty cool that they have that in Turner. I know they definitely didn't have that when I was growing up. It's a newer addition. We're gonna drive through the town and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I don't know if you can see, I need to show, this is, okay, we're entering the town of Turner. See that sign right there? Holy moly. Okay, so there is a creek that runs through the town of Turner. We're just entering the town, by the way. And wow, that creek is so high right now. It is not usually like that. That's crazy. So this is the town of Turner. I believe this whole area is a flood zone. Not 100% though. You'd have to double check with your lender, but I want to say that it is. And we are just coming up here right after these train tracks. We're going to be able to either turn left or turn right or go straight. I'll show a little bit of each direction at some point in this driving tour of the town. But this is the direction, like entering Turner from South Salem area. If you turn left at this stop sign, it will take you to Crawford Crossing, that neighborhood we chatted about, the post office, a couple other cute little desirable neighborhoods in Turner, as well as Storm Brewing coffee shop that we mentioned. However, we're gonna start off by turning right here. So this is it. This is downtown Turner. What you see is what you get. Right here to the left, there's a little pizza joint. And like I said earlier as well, most of the houses that you're gonna see, like if you're looking at houses online, wow, look at how high that creek is right now, crazy. So if you're looking at houses online in Turner and you see addresses, like most of them are not gonna be in this spot we're seeing. They're gonna be like a little bit further out here in the middle of like fields, that type of thing. Not always, but many of them are. To the left, there's Turnaround Cafe, a little cafe. They have pretty good food there. To the left here, we have two separate markets as well as a bar. Good old small town bar. And these businesses I'm showing you, like there's really nothing else in Turner. Like this really is it. To the left, there's a cute little coffee shop, I Jive. And right behind the gas station is, I don't know if you can see it in this video, but right behind the gas station is that new boutique. It's actually really cute. They have super cute home decor as well as super cute clothing. If you're in the area, go check it out. I highly recommend it. Okay, now to the right, this building is super interesting. It's a Angel Share Barrel House. It used to be a church. It was on the MLS for sale like a good 7 years ago or so. It was for sale for a while, and then someone bought it, turned into I think it was a pizza spot maybe, or I don't know, but now maybe it was always a bar, but it's a pub or something like that. I have not personally been. To the left is Turner Elementary School. That is one of the 2 elementary schools here in Turner. The other one is not like downtown Turner. It's more in the middle of a field. And then to the right there, I don't know if you can see, there is a big church. And yeah, literally that's it. We just drove through all of downtown. So now we're starting to get out toward more of what I was talking about, like rural Turner, that type of thing. So I'm going to turn around. I'm not going to just drive through these fields. I'm going to turn around and show you guys the other side of Turner. So let's go. Okay, so we are back. I turned around. We are back in basically the same location that we just left off at, just facing a different way. So maybe you guys can see the town from a little bit different of an angle. So real quick, if you are considering relocating to Oregon, Salem, or anywhere in the surrounding areas, we do cover a pretty wide space. We serve Salem, and then anywhere in the surrounding towns, up to about an hour or so out, an hour drive or so from Salem. So we work a lot in Salem, Woodburn, Portland, basically all those surrounding towns. There's Turner Elementary School again. Also, there is a pool there, Turner Pool, open to the public in the summer. Basically, we serve all these surrounding towns in every different direction of Salem. So if that is you, if you're wanting to relocate to the area, the very first step is going to be setting up a Zoom call with me. During this Zoom call, we'll have the chance to basically, I'll just get a feel for what it is you're looking for, get all your questions answered about the area, let's, instead of going straight like we came from, let's turn. I'm going to turn up here so you guys can see the market that we're going to drive by. Oh, there's a food cart too right there, little food truck. As I was saying, these Zoom calls, I basically just want to get a feel for what it is you're looking for, how we can best serve you, and get your questions answered about the home buying process and the area, because many of our clients, when they're contacting us for this Zoom call, some of them know, like they have an idea, they know where they want to live, but many of them don't know yet. They know they want to live in Salem or around Salem or Portland or wherever it is, but they don't know what town specifically or what side of town they want to live on. And that is something we do all the time on these Zoom calls, is we get your questions answered about the area so that you can have the best idea of what to expect. And many of our clients, actually more often than not, do not come to Oregon until after they close on the home that they're buying here. So our goal is to give you the best idea through, working with us, also through these videos and the playlist that we have on our channel, give you the best idea of what to expect when moving here, so that when you come here, there are no negative surprises. That is always the goal. We just had a closing yesterday with these amazing buyers coming from out of state. They still haven't seen their house. They're coming in within the next week or so. They still haven't seen the place, but they chose a great neighborhood, and I know they're gonna love it because, like I said, we have these systems in place to make sure that everything goes smoothly without you having to be here even for closing. You can come for closing, you can do closing where you're at, it's up to you. Okay, so this is where we started. We're gonna turn right because I'm gonna take you guys through a neighborhood in Turner, and then we're gonna go back and turn the other direction that we did not go yet. We'll check out Crawford's Crossing. We'll drive by Storm Brewing. Turner Lake. There's really not a lot besides that on this other side of Turner, but we'll go check those things out. Finding this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you do want to see more videos like this one, give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments if you have any towns that you would like us to cover or talk about more in depth. Also, let us know. We're always happy to take suggestions. All right, so this is a very cute neighborhood. We've sold in quite a bit here in Turner. And then once you get to the end of this hill, it's actually on Delaney Road. Once you get to the end of this hill, if you turn left or right, it's gonna take you more out to the country. So this is basically like the end of the, in this direction of the developments in Turner. necessarily. If you turn, you're gonna be more out in the country, you're gonna see more fields, like it's not gonna look like this. So I'm gonna just turn around right here. So we are back at the stop that we began at, except we are turning the opposite direction now, and we're gonna check out this other side of Turner. And again, so this is Turner. As you can see, there's no grocery store. There's 2 markets, like little small tiny markets. We have some apartments to the right, if you can see there. There's no big stores. There's not a lot of options for restaurants, that type of thing. However, oh, we got a Dollar General to the right. That is new or newer. And then also the post office is coming up here to the right in just a minute here. And then Storm Brewing Coffee, big fan of them. They are right here to the left, and there's also a food truck in that parking lot. I've never been there, but it looks and smells delicious anytime I've driven by it. But as I was saying, so in the town of Turner specifically, there's not going to be like all those options. However, you are only a very quick, convenient drive to Salem, which is one thing I love about Turner, because there are other, if you go further out, like there are other rural towns that are, I would say, I consider somewhat similar to Turner, except to me the downside is they're even further away from Salem. So you just have an even longer drive if you want to like go to a nice gym or I don't know. So right here, let's turn on in here. Right here is Turner Lake. And also to the right of me is a really great neighborhood. We've sold in there quite a bit. That's one of those neighborhoods where you're just gonna see like simple 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot or so, give or take a little, style homes built in the 2000s. And then up on that hill where I'm pointing, you can't really see in the video, but I can see there's a house up there. That is a really great neighborhood as well, where there's a lot of houses similar to this one right here. Great neighborhood option. Okay, so this is where the walking trails begin. If you can see there, it goes all the way around through the neighborhood of Crawford Crossing, which is on the other side of this lake. There are also Crawford Crossing apartments, and there is a little children's playground over here. So I'm not going to do a tour. You can see, I don't know how much you can see through this video, but you can see from the other side, you can see that on the other side of this lake there are houses. That is the neighborhood that I was talking about earlier, Crawford Crossing. It's the newest development here in Turner. You're gonna see houses with more square footage, really beautiful houses, not too big of yard sizes. I think they're really beautiful homes, and I think the fact that you live right there on Turner Lake, as well as the neighborhood has like a private, is it a basketball court? Picnic area just for residents in that neighborhood. I think it just has a lot to offer, and it's just a great location. You're in Turner, but you're super close to Salem. So I'm gonna end this video here. That's honestly it. There's more, you know, there's more fields I could drive by. I could drive by the school. I could drive out in the country. I could drive by more neighborhoods. But as far as like the town of Turner, that is basically it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, head over to my channel. I have a handful of playlists sharing everything you need to know about living in and moving to Salem, Oregon and all the surrounding areas, and I'll see you guys next week.